Hey, and welcome back to Word for the Week. We are in week 4, and I'm not taking it for granted that you keep showing up. That really means so much to me. And it also means that God is doing a work in you, and you are hungry for it. So I thank you. Genuinely, I thank you. Now, I know my background looks a little different, and that's because I am home in Chicago this week. So now, before we get into this week's word, I want to share something about where this channel is kind of going, at least for now. Things may shift after about 6 months or so, but as of right now, my goal is to give us a focus for a few weeks at a time. Because I don't want us to just zoom past concepts that we actually need to sit in and really dig into. So for the next 4 weeks, our focus is going to be relationships and connections. How we love, how we connect, and how we grow with other people. Now, before anybody gets excited, this is not about finding your boo thing, okay? And I mean, some of what we talk about could absolutely apply to that situation. I'm not gonna pretend it won't, but this is bigger than romance. This is about having healthy people around you and becoming the healthy version or the healthy person for others, whether that's family, whether that's friendships, or yes, that boo thing you've been praying about. We see you, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? This week's word for the week comes from one of my absolute favorite chapters in the entire Bible. And I do not say that lightly. This chapter has literally been my favorite since 4th grade. It has defined me, reshaped me, challenged me, and honestly, it keeps teaching me something every single time I read it. I am talking about the love chapter. Every time I come back to this chapter, God finds a new way to use it. Either he's giving me a fresh revelation, or he's pointing a finger directly at an area in my life that I still need to work on. And I love that about it. It never gets old. It never stops being relevant. It always has something to say. Now, there are so many different pieces in this chapter that I want to dissect. So please bear with me because it all works together, okay? One thing I want you to notice is as we go through this, that this chapter argues both sides. It argues the offender and the offended, right? Meaning, yes, you might be right in a situation, but boasting about it, trying to prove it, throwing it in somebody's face, that's not love, y'all. And the reality is, those responses can make things go so much worse. So, let's go ahead and dig in, all right? The chapter opens up with this. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give my body to hardship. Some versions even say, give my body to be burned, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Okay, now, I need you to hear me on this, right? Because I think verses 1 through 3, it was written specifically for us churchy people, right? Because so many of us are out here preaching scripture, praying over people, leading worship, prophesying thus saith the Lord, and yet the people right around us, we are failing to love them properly. The people in our own houses, your neighbors, the person sitting next to you in the pew every Sunday, yeah. It says without love, you are nothing. You can do all those things that we just talked about and gain nothing without love. So think about that. How are you treating the people closest to you? And yet with those same lips, declaring a word from the Lord. According to the scripture, it means absolutely nothing without love behind it. That is not me saying that. That is the word, y'all. All right. Now, this next section is the part that argues both the offender and the offended. No matter what side of the situation you are on, you are called to love. And this part will always challenge your motives, like every single time, y'all. And this part says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Now, this right here, this is your checklist before you go and respond in an argument with your spouse or even a sibling, right? This is what you run through before you grab that belt and start speaking in syllables to your child, okay? This is your mirror before you pass judgment on somebody else, y'all. I could literally stop here and just preach this whole thing, but I'm gonna keep going, y'all. All right? Now, love never fails. But whether there are prophecies, they will cease. Whether there are tongues, they will be stilled. Whether there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part, it disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put away, or some versions say, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as also I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, love. But the greatest of these is love. Now, what I'm about to say might be a little controversial, y'all, but it is the truth, and I'm gonna say it anyway, with love, of course. We put so much weight on people who are prophetic. People who speak in tongues, people who move in these gifts, and yet behind it there is no love. Some of us are out here, like I said before, declaring, thus said the Lord, and speaking in tongues on Sunday, and then turning around, bad mouthing and gossiping about the very person we just stood next to in worship. And this scripture is clear. Even the prophecies that are given, they're incomplete, which means they are in part, right? And what is in part, it disappears. Benito, okay? You only have access to those gifts because of God. And God is love. So without him, without love, you have nothing. What verse 11 is essentially saying to us and telling us to do is to grow up. It's telling us to grow up. I know that is a challenge for some of us because we get comfortable in our ways. We have been doing things a certain way for so long and we feel justified in it. But the word says, put away childish things. Boasting in what you do instead of boasting in the Lord, that is childish. Keeping a record of wrongs when God told us to forgive, that is childish. Where is the patience? Where is the kindness? And I'm gonna make this a little personal, right? And listen, I am not up here talking like I have this all figured out, okay? When I share these things, I am right here in the trenches with y'all, still mastering these things myself. Just a couple of days ago, I had to go back and ask the Lord to forgive me for how I responded to my son. Did I abuse him? Absolutely not. Was I justified in how I responded? Honestly, yes, I was. But as someone who is intentionally trying to undo some of what he has seen and what many of us have learned in the Black community about discipline and correction, I know I could have responded much differently, right? Because when he becomes a man, I want him to know what love actually looks like, y'all. Not just from what he reads in a book, but from what he has experienced in life in real time growing up. I want him to be able to show his wife and children what it means to love well, because he had a living example of it. Now, I am not going to sit here and share what he did, because that's really not the point, y'all. But what I will say is that my response was not rooted in love. It was rooted in anger. And if I'm completely honest, hormones too, because I started my cycle the next day. And I'm sorry if that was TMI, but I needed to keep it real with you, because that's really what this channel is about. But I digress. The point of this is we have to keep doing the work, taking personal inventory, doing the daily heart checks, sometimes even the moment by moment ones, right? Now, a couple of hours later, my son and I sat down and talked, y'all. I shared what I did not like and what I needed. And he did the same. We talked about what led to that point of frustration for the both of us, and what could have prevented things from, what we could have done to prevent things from escalating, right? We communicated, and not just communicated, we communicated effectively. And we walked away from that in a good space. That's love in action. Not perfect, but intentional, y'all. Okay, now I know I've said a lot today, but I think you get it, right? And so this week, what I want to challenge you to do is to use verses 4-7 as your daily mirror. Before you respond to somebody, before you send that text, before you make that call in frustration, run it through the checklist. Is it patient? Is it kind? Am I keeping record of a wrong? Am I being self-seeking right now? Do the heart check, y'all. Do the work and give yourself grace when you don't get it right, as long as you go back and make it right. Okay, y'all, come back tomorrow for Tip Tuesday, where we are going to talk about some practical ways to set boundaries. You do not want to miss it. I may even have some special guests. If this word bless you, please go ahead and share it with somebody who may need it. Also, go ahead and drop a comment below and tell me which part of this chapter challenged you the most. I really want to know. I will see you when you choose to return. God bless you. Peace.